Judge Jonathan Heher, Chairman of the Commission on the Feasibility of Free Higher Education, has appealed to students to participate in its public hearings. He's urged them to trust the Commission as it continues its work on the feasibility of free higher education. Joining us on the line is the Commission's spokesperson, Musa Ndwandwe. Musa, thank you so much for joining us. Now, as the Commission tasked with finding solutions to the fee issue, are you surprised by the anger and reaction of the students to yesterday's announcement?
Yes, good evening. We are surprised that people would go to such extent on the issue that is already on the table, and the process is well underway to look into the feasibility, not only looking into the feasibility, but working on ways and means of ensuring that most of these demands are actually met. But we do understand that there would be other pressing issues for the student community. All we have to ask for is calm and composure as we continue to look into the issues that they've already put on the table.
Now, you're appealing to students to participate in the Commission, but many of the students' bodies have already rejected the Commission. Do you think the students take your plea and the Commission seriously?
Well, when speaking about students, we need to be very aware that this is not a homogeneous body. We've spoken with most recognized structures of the students, and we are confident that they are part of this process. But now and again, you'd find new students, groupings, and all sorts of other formations that actually voice their dissatisfaction. But as far as the Commission's work is concerned, the demands are already on the table, and it's our task to look into bringing into fruition the wishes of the students in this country. And we are confident that we are on track in doing that.
Now, Musa, clearly time is of the essence. When can we expect the findings of the Commission, and do you anticipate some sort of reaction from the students when the findings are released?
The findings, preliminary findings, are due in November, so it's only a month away that the President will receive the preliminary findings. We are confident, as I've said, that they will address the issues that are being raised now, the funding of higher education and training, and we are confident that the whole landscape in the higher education and training sector won't remain the same after these recommendations have been made, even though the final set of recommendations will be delivered only in June next year. But the preliminary findings will give much food for thought, and we are, as we say, confident that it speaks to the issues as being raised by the students currently.
Now, Musa, will you be putting some measures in place to ensure that there's no undesirable response when your findings are released?
Our most effective weapon is continuing to engage with everyone who's a role player in this issue. It's ironic that issues of education would be communicated using violence, using confrontation, because by its very nature, education, higher education for that matter, would mean that we sit across the table and exchange views, not blows. So we hope that at some stage calm will return and people will put on their thinking caps and come and join the proceedings so that their voices are considered in the final recommendations. And no, we do not expect that there would be a violent reaction because, as we said, we're looking exactly into the matters that are being raised.
Musa, we have to leave it there for now. Thank you so much for joining us. That was Musa Ndwandwe, the spokesperson for the Fees Commission of Inquiry.